Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a very ultra bronzy makeup look. I was inspired by an image I saw of Queen Latifah in People magazine earlier this holiday, this summer vacation time, and it was uber bronzy. She looked as if she just spent a week in Tobago tanning, and then she had this ultra glowy makeup look. Now I get that, you know, most people may not want to wear this look exactly like this because it's very glowy, but I love it. I love glowy skin, and you can definitely make adjustments to this look by using a little less of the products that I use for shine and for shimmer. You can probably just strategically place it on the high points of your face, your cheekbones, the top of your eyebrows, your cupid's bow. You know, you can just apply it in select areas as opposed to just putting it all over my face like I did. But I love this look. It's actually a very simple look, very few products, not very complex eye look. It's really just one main color and then one or two other shades for blending, but it's super simple. It's very glowy. As you can see, I already did my eyebrows for the tutorial, but I used products from ColourPop Cosmetics as the brow pencils and the MAC waterproof eyebrow sets. So that's what I did. And if you're wondering, I'm wearing this really nice denim inspired head wrap from thewrap.life. I'll leave the link down below to see where you can get more products from her. She is a fantastic entrepreneur, of course minority. She's a black woman, and she makes a whole set of very beautiful, a lot of them are hand painted. I think this one is hand painted, and I think the other one that I have from her might be hand painted as well too, but this is wonderful. So it's, if you like to wear a head wrap, I mean, I just have it thrown on my head right now, but of course, you know, it's a very long wrap, as you can see. So it's a really nice wide wrap, and you can just kind of, you know, wrap your hair as you like. And yeah, I'm just gonna take you through the tutorial, and I hope you like this look. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my newsletter where you can get up-to-date updates on all of the products that I've used, or anything that I'm writing about. It's going to be on the blog. I'll leave all the links below and the information below. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit subscribe, and let me know what other looks that you want to see. And I think that's it. So this is my uber ultra glowy makeup look. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you later. Just beginning the tutorial. My eyebrows have already been done, so I did that off camera. I'm going to show you what I used, and these are the products. I actually have been using these quite regularly now. They're from ColourPop, and they're the brow pencils in black and brown and bang brunette, as well as the MAC Pro Longwear waterproof brow set in brown ebony. So that's what I use to do my brows. I don't do the Instagram eyebrows. Next up, the skin, and this is the center of the look. This is a body makeup from Gleam by Melanie Mills, and the color is called Deep Gold. This is just not a body gel. This is actually body makeup. So the more you add, the more opaque the coverage will be, which is very similar to what a foundation would be in terms of, you know, the more you add, the more coverage you get. So I'm applying this a thin layer to my entire face. I've already prepped my skin with moisturizer and primer. So pick a moisturizer that you like, a primer that you like, and I'm just applying this all over my skin. It's not glittery, it's very shimmery. So the shimmer is more refined and a little bit more on the subtle side. So you're not getting chunks, you're not getting grease or greasy look. You're getting that overall very bronzy, sun-kissed look. And again, this is the color Deep Gold. I have the old packaging. She has since repackaged her product. Since the time I bought these, I have two of her colors, and I'm doing the deep gold this time. I also have the deep bronze, I think it's called, which is a more brown toned color, but either color would work for this particular tutorial. Use what you like, but I particularly like this product because it stays on the skin. I think it's waterproof, so it's great to be used all over the body. And again, that is the Gleam by Melanie Mills Body Radiance in deep gold. So you see, I'm just showing you that it's not chunky at all on my hand or on my skin, right? So next up, I'm going to be adding my foundation. The foundation that I am going to be using is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in the color Benares, which is dark 3. I am using 1 drop of the foundation as directed by NARS. You have to shake it up very well because it can separate a little bit, so you just have to make sure that the pigment and the base remix itself. And I'm going to add that with my fingers. NARS does not make foundation brushes in their line because Francois NARS is he's a big believer in using your hands and using your fingers to apply foundation so that the product could actually warm up to your skin and then melt into the skin. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going over my most problematic area, which is the hyperpigmentation on the lower half of my face, and then I'm applying a very light coverage for the rest of my face. Now to the eyes. As my base, I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear paint pot in Constructivist, my absolute favorite paint pot of all time. I use this literally every day. I'm taking some of it out with my palette knife, and this is a shimmery reddish brown color. This is the Longwear product, so it lasts pretty much all day, minimizes creasing, and again, I love applying this with my fingers, with my ring finger, just so that it could kind of melt into the skin. So I am just applying a thin layer of that and making sure I'm blending it out all over the lid into my crease. I'm applying a little bit of it also on my lower lash line, but it's definitely more important to get the product on my upper eyelid, on the movable part of my upper eyelid, which is where most of the eye product I'm going to be using is going to be in that region. So I'm just trying to make sure it's properly blended and it dries really quickly, so don't apply a whole bunch of it and then not blend it out. So you have to kind of work quickly with this product. I love the MAC paint pots. Now I'm using an eyeshadow. This one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this eyeshadow is called Wine, and I'm applying it with a flat shader brush, and this one is the MAC 239 brush. So I'm just packing this onto the eyelid so I have a very dense, opaque coverage. This is a very beautiful color. Anastasia makes really great quality eyeshadows, and this one, it's called Wine, but it's actually more of a burnt gold or darkened gold color. So I'm applying that to my lower eyelid, my upper eyelid, with my brush and blending it out into the crease, but not necessarily going above the crease. So I'm just getting it a little bit closer so you can see. Then I'm going to further blend the edges. Blending is key when you're doing a makeup look, when you're doing an eyeshadow look, or any look on your face. Foundation, make sure everything is blended. I'm taking this eyeshadow from MAC, and it's called Wedge. It's a satin eyeshadow, which means it has the tiniest hint of sheen. so it's almost matte. And this is a color that is close to my skin tone, and I'm using this to blend out the eyeshadow. So this is a great transition color for women or men who have darker skin. It's not ashy, it's just the right amount of warmth and coolness that makes it a good transition color. Again, just blending that all along the crease and the lower lash line. Next up, I am going to actually do the same thing to the other eye. Just making sure everything is blended. And I'm taking a peek. I'm probably watching football while this is going on. It's probably some Premier League game that was going on at that time. So that's why I'm trying to take a little peek at the score. So just make sure you take an eyeshadow blending brush and you blend that out. And this brush that I'm using is MAC 217, one of my holy grail brushes. Absolutely must get that brush from MAC if you get no other brush at all. The next color that I'm using is from Makeup Geek Cosmetics. And this is another transition color, but this color is a little bit warmer. And this color is called Cocoa Bear. It's a matte reddish brown color. So I'm using it to add a slight bit of definition to the crease, especially to the outer edge of the crease. But I don't want a high contrast. This is just to warm up the crease a little bit because I am using a very warm color on my lid. Sorry about my camera focusing in and out, but that's how it goes. I am using another one of my favorite vegan brushes from a line called Cosette or Cossetti, and this is the S175. Next up, I'm lining my lower lash line with the Makeup Forever Aqua XL eye pencil, and this color is in ME42, a shimmery dark gold color. This is a waterproof pencil, so it stays on the lash line for hours, and you have to work quickly to make sure to blend it out if you are looking to blend it out. Next up, I am going to apply this eye pencil from Urban Decay, and this is the 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in Perversion, a very, very dark, it's probably the blackest eye pencil I own, but it's also very creamy, and I'm adding a little bit of this to the lower lash line and the lower waterline, just to define my eyes a little bit. Next up, I'm going to line my upper lash line, and I'm going to be using the NARS Eye Paint in Black Valley and the MAC 263 brush. Let me know if anybody wants a winged eyeliner tutorial. I will see what I can do. So I'm applying this cream liner to the upper lash line, but I'm actually not going to make a large wing. I'm just going to define my upper lash line because the focus really in this look is the skin. It's a very warm, bronzy look. So I don't want the eyeliner to distract from the rest of the look. Now I'm going to set my foundation and apply highlight using this palette. And this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, and I'm going to be using the colors Dim Light and Radiant Light. Dim Light I'm applying with a fluffy brush, a fluffy powder brush, and I'm using that underneath my eyes because it has a slight blurring effect, and it's also a mostly or almost completely matte shade. I don't bake under my eyes. I don't need all of that. I'm not looking for a high contrast again. I want the look to look a little bit more natural. Then I'm going in with Radiant Light and applying that to the high points of my face, the top of my nose, the top of my cheekbones, my brow bone. Again, This is a shimmery gold color, but it's so finely milled. It's so fine that it really gives a hint of a sheen as opposed to a glitter. So if you are not a fan of very highly shimmery products, check the Hourglass products. They are amazing. For mascara, I'm using one of my favorite mascaras. It's actually a very, very good mascara. This one is from Marc Jacobs Beauty, and it's called the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara in the color Noir or Black. Applying it to both upper and lower lashes. I'm not wearing lashes in this look, but you can if you want. I just didn't want to wear lashes at that time. Now I'm going to add a little bit of extra highlight and a little bit more warmth to my skin using the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in number 2. This is really a highlight and contour palette, but the contour part is too light for my skin tone. So I use that darker brown color as more of a bronzer. But I actually really bought that product because of the highlight. It's fantastic. And it absolutely melts on the skin. You don't see any streakiness, no chunky glitter. It's a beautiful color. Look at that glow. It's fantastic. Absolutely love it. You can omit this part if you have oily skin and you just applied the shimmery base to your skin. So you can kind of just play around with it. You can decide how much glow you want. I love glow, so sometimes I might go overboard. I don't contour, I don't bake, but I will highlight. I love it. I'm applying a little bit to the top of my Cupid's bow to help define the shape of my lip a little bit. Look at that glow. Next up, my lips. We're almost done, actually. So this is the Ardency In Americana Natural Lip Color in the color Kenmare, and this is their darkest nude shade. I actually really like this brand. They don't have a whole lot of products, but the products that they do have are very, very well made and well thought out. This is a line that they work very closely with one of my favorite makeup artists, James Vincent. You can follow him on all social media, James Vincent Makeup. And so he has worked with this line, and it's sort of Lower East Side music influenced. Then I like to line my lips after applying lip color, and I'm using the Smashbox Always Sharp lip liner in the color Nude Dark. Just your basic brown lip pencil. You can use chestnut, you can use whatever you like. So I'm just kind of blending that in. I wanted to keep the lip look very nude, very neutral, not too shiny, because again, this look is all about the bronze. If you check out my blog post, that I'll have a link below this video on the blog post, you can see a list of all the products that I've used in this video, as well as the picture that kind of gave me the inspiration to do this look. It's not exactly the same as the look that Queen Latifah did, but it's just an inspiration. And lastly, on my lips, I'm going to apply a tiny bit of the OCC Lip Tar liquid lipstick in the color New York Groove. It's a slightly lighter nude color with a touch of brown, and it dries down to a mostly matte finish. Then I'm going to use some of that Radiant Light from Hourglass to put a slight sheen on my lips. There you go. That's the look. I hope you enjoyed it. Check me out on all my social media channels, and make sure you subscribe to this blog and hit like. Let me know what you think. Thanks. So I have a little bit of nail art going, but the base color is a white color, and it's from this company called Misho Beauty, and this is called Cocoa. It's the white